Hi guys, we're back with the Environmental Resource Center frequently asked questions. And today we're going to discuss when a container can be considered empty that once held a hazardous material under the Department of Transportation regulations. So let's say that your site gets shipments of raw materials and you use it in a process on site. So you use up the material and you want to ship back these empty drums back to the manufacturer so they can reuse them or refurbish them. If you ship these, they are going to be subject to Department of Transportation hazardous material regulations unless they meet the exception that is a DOT empty container. So this exception states that if you can clean the container of any residue and purge any vapors to remove the potential hazard, or refill the container with a non-hazardous material that does not pose a threat, you may consider the container empty. Now, you have to make sure if this is the case, you remove any hazard communication marks and labels from the container, unless you ship the containers in a freight container or a transport vehicle where they're not going to be visible during transportation and they're loaded by the shipper and unloaded by you or the consignee where they are at the destination facility. So basically the containers are not going to be seen so that they would, confuse people during transportation. There's another option to be DOT empty as well. So if the container only contains the residue of a 2.2 non-flammable gas, or the residue does not meet the definition of a hazardous waste, hazardous substance, or marine pollutant. Now, for example, for this one, let's say that you had a container that held a RQ, a reportable quantity. Now, once you've used up most of the material, it's no longer meeting that definition of being a reportable quantity because you're not hitting the trigger threshold. So in this case, you can go ahead and consider that container to be DOT empty if it's not meeting the definition of any other hazardous material regulations. Don't forget, guys, you need to keep your training up to date. So if you go to our website, irkweb.com, select training and the course listing, you can see our entire offering of DOT hazardous materials courses. If you want to take this in person with a live instructor, I would recommend the seminar. If you would rather take this online with a live instructor, we have webinars, and we also offer this as online computer-based training that you take at your own pace. Remember to like and subscribe to our page for more content that you need to know from Environmental Resource Center.